Hey, what's up, Cardmunity? Welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe. And if you are not new here, then welcome back. So today we're going to be testing out the Almay Smart Shade Skin Tone Matching Makeup in the color Light Medium Mine. So from what I can tell, this has been out for about a year, I think. There are a handful of videos of people testing them from, like I said, a year up to probably about 4 months ago. So I am late to this game, but I just got my hands on it. It was on sale at my drugstore, I guess. It was on sale at Superstore. So we'll get into reviewing it, and then you can see if it's something that you want to check out while it's still on sale. So this does appear to be an older product. Like I said, the newer videos are about a year old, but there are other ones that are like 5 years old, and the packaging is different. So obviously I didn't try it out then. I'm trying it out now. So I don't know how it compares to the old one. So if anyone else has tried the old one and this new one, then let us know in the comments. But I have been testing this out over the past 3 days, and now I have all the tips and tricks that you could possibly want. So it is a white consistency. So it does come out white, and then you put it on and you blend it and it shows the color. So I tried it using a bunch of product, because if you do just a little bit, it does, you see the color quicker, but it's kind of drying, so you end up tugging a little bit more. So I put on a lot, and I do not recommend that at all. It blended out, if you do put on a lot, it blended out well with a brush, but it's a different kind of consistency if you do that. Whereas if you just put on like a small little like finger swipe and blend out that section and then build it up as you go, then it works out much, much nicer. And that being said, I found for the most part that using your fingers worked best. Like I said, if you use a brush, if you have a lot of product, it can work, but I find with just a little product, brushes and sponges absorb a lot of the product, and then you're left not knowing how much pigment is on your skin versus how much of the cream, and it just ends up being kind of a streaky mess. So I definitely recommend using your hands. And then what I did is, when I was finished, I went over with a like plastic silicone blender just to make sure that it was really pressed into my skin. So I was leaving what was already on my skin and just pressing it in to get that better coverage. And initially it can look and feel like a lot, but I found that throughout the day it wore better. So by the end of the day, you can't, like, if you touch your face you can feel it, but it didn't seem to transfer a whole lot, and it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup. I did set it some days and not set it others. I found when I set it, it was more just for myself. I don't like that feeling of foundation on my skin, so the powder kind of helped it not feel that way. But in terms of how it looks throughout the day, it didn't make a difference. So if you don't like feeling that stickiness, then powder can help, but it wasn't necessary. Again, some days I primed, some days I didn't. Today I used the No Problem Prime Essence by Touch in Soul. I got this in a beauty box, but I used this initially before putting on any foundation, and for me it worked best because it is a pore minimizing primer. But I also used like a glowy one, which was really pretty. I've used one that just kind of moisturizes, so it does seem to sit well with primers. I mean, that's my like 38-second review. Overall, I liked it. It does also have SPF of 15, so you get a little bit of sun protectant, which is always nice. And like I said, it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup. I did set it every time with a mist. I've used the Wet n Wild as well as my Caudalie grape water, just again, to kind of help my skin feel like skin and not that like sticky kind of, I don't know, it could just be the sunscreen in it too that made it feel kind of slick and sticky, but that feeling went away rather quickly. So this is the look with the foundation on. Let me zoom you guys in. So the only real problem areas that I found were my nose. I found that it didn't like to sit on my nose quite as well and would tend to break apart. So my nose I would always powder. As you saw in the footage, I did powder my whole face today. I just used the Nude by Nature translucent setting powder. And then, like I said, I sprayed it down afterwards. So it's not too bad compared to like my cheeks. The nose is the most noticeable part, but otherwise it's a very natural finish. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on the rest of my face so you can see how it looks with other makeup layered on top, and then I'll do the grand reveal. So this is the finished look, and so it's had I guess maybe 10-15 minutes to settle, and it doesn't, to me anyways, it doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation. It's still a little bit cakey, I guess, on the very tip of my nose. But again, I'll say that that's might fade. This area tends to be the worst for me, right here. And I guess the creases. I did sneeze partway through my makeup routine. And so when I blew my nose, a lot of the product came off. So I'm not one of those people that's about to go in and like finagle it, especially with a foundation like this. So I just powdered it. So it doesn't surprise me that it looks a little more cakey there, but even at the bridge of my nose, it's better than what it was. And there's highlighter on top of it now too. So this is a close-up of what it looks like. And it doesn't feel like, it feels soft in the way that there's something on it, but it doesn't feel, I don't know, I guess it does feel a little makeup-y, and it feels like there's something, but it's not heavy. Like, it feels like there's a moisturizer, not that there's a foundation, if that makes sense. Those are my thoughts on it. I couldn't tell you what the exact shade range is or how long the sale will be for. I think it was around $10, and you get 1 fluid ounce or 30 mils, which is typical. So overall, I like it. I will be continuing to use it. It does take some extra work, obviously, because you have to really blend to get the color and blend to get the right coverage. So it's not like a regular foundation where you put it on, you blend it in, and it's done. You have to do the extra step of making sure that it's blended out so you get the color. But overall, I do like it. I don't mind the extra couple minutes that it takes, but if you're someone who needs to get ready in like 5 minutes, this might not be the product for you. But if you don't mind the extra 5 minutes, you like that extra bit of sun protectant, and you enjoy this finish and a more natural look, then it could work for you. I don't have, thankfully, a lot of like breakouts and stuff like that where I need high coverage. I'd say this is a light to medium coverage. So if you're looking for something that's high coverage, I don't know if possibly, like I said, you could build it up to get something like that, but as is, it's not like a high coverage coverage foundation to start with. So that is the Almay Smart Shade foundation. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.